Hey guys, how's it going? It's really late in the morning, put it that way. I don't want to say it because people are always like, why don't you get some sleep? You guys got to know by now that I'm fairly nocturnal and I sleep very odd hours, and the market kind of dictates my schedule because I have an addiction to cryptocurrency. And always remember that I don't see this as making money or a job, right? I see this as literally playing a video game. Just imagine some Asian kid playing League of Legends or Counter-Strike or Dota or World of Warcraft, okay? That is me when it comes to cryptocurrency. I find more excitement in the stock market, or not the stock market, but the crypto market than anything else in the world. I'd probably give up, if I had to make a choice between, what I'm saying, brah, between that and also cryptocurrency, I'd probably choose cryptocurrency if you guys know what I'm saying. So yeah, don't worry about my sleep, guys. I've got it under lockdown. So I want to do a quick update for you guys for Ethereum because the plays have already happened in the past few hours there. And yeah, it was pretty cool. So the 4 hour candle, pretty much, it's these two tweezer bottoms, okay? These two tweezer bottoms, as soon as it formed, it signaled a trade opportunity. And I'm always looking for day trading opportunities. So you guys have to respect that. These types of analysis are geared towards different types of traders. Sometimes it's swing, sometimes it's investing, sometimes it's day trading or very quick positions. So I'm doing this update because I did recently make a video and I know a lot of you guys entered, and good for you guys. Awesome job. I entered myself as well, made a pretty good profit. So if you guys entered, for example, right here, let's take a look at it. Right around here, you could have made yourself a pretty nice profit, right? I mean, it only takes one good trade a day, guys, like for you guys to be profitable. Pretty much as soon as this hammer formed, right, on the 4 hour candle as well, that's where it signaled it. When that 4 hour candle formed, boom, you would have entered a trade there. And if you entered a trade, you would have made yourself about 3.68%, about, or we'll say about 3%, okay, or 3.5. Like myself, I play 10 to 20K positions. If I entered, I only played about 15K and I only took like a $300, $400 profit, believe it or not. It was really nothing at all compared to what I could have had. Because I was making this video, as you guys saw, right? And I showed you in the last video that I took my profit way too early. And but what I'm getting to is if you played like a $10,000 position, you would have made yourself literally $300, right? If you played a 20K position, that's still $700. That's more, that's basically one trade, guys, that you need to make a day that could sustain you for the entire week. Even if you played a $1,000 position, right? Over the course of 2, 3 hours there, you would have made yourself like a day or two's wage, which was awesome. So you have to think of it from that perspective as well as a day trader, where we focus on getting in and getting out very quickly. Last thing we want to do is hold positions overnight. So I just wanted to give you guys my quick thoughts on where we stand right now and what is going on and what to expect next. Now that Bitcoin is actually correcting, we notice Bitcoin actually dropping down to even the 10,500 ranges. We got to ask ourselves, is it going to drop down more or is it not going to drop down more? Okay. So just to summarize very quickly, we see 5 waves, and that's how we play downtrends, by shorting the market, right? We see 5 waves just like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful 5 waves going down like that. Let me go to a different time frame to make it a little bit nicer here as well. Alrighty. Oh, sorry, that's not the 5 wave. I was really confused. I'm like, where the heck is the rest of it? Here it is. So there's wave 1, there's wave 2, here's wave 3, here's wave 4 roughly, right? All of this is wave 4. I'll just put it right here. And here's wave 5. Beautiful. You always treat this wave 1 territory as resistance. Notice how it doesn't really get there, right there, right? It doesn't get there at all. So if you were entering from here, great, kudos to you guys. You would have rode it all the way down. If you didn't, no problem. You wait for this basically, well, you'd have to zoom out pretty far if you wanted to get a really good price, right? Because it retraced really high there, the opportunity was very limited to enter on the breakout there. So you would have drawn yourself a nice trendline resistance intersecting the 55 EMA. And as soon as that broke right here, this was a signal to enter a short position from a few days back. Enter a short position there, set your stop loss slightly higher than the territory of that trendline resistance, and then you target a 1-to-1 extension minimum, right? And also 1618. So you could have targeted here, however you guys decide to play it, or you could have targeted on the lower end as well. And these guys are very successful. Like, I kid you not, it's definitely one of the most successful strategies that I use for shorting. And I kid you not, like I don't really care that I missed it when it tanked. People are like, oh no, oh no, oh no. Well, guess what, guys? It's only the first sub wave. There's still so many more waves. So even if you missed it on the 18th there, no problem at all. You could have caught it when it was going to the wave 2 position, and then it breaks down to a lower channel right there, or lower support, right? And you would have targeted, say, even the 1618. If you guys played yourselves a, I don't know, say $10,000 position, you would have made yourself $1,100. Like that's pretty good money, you know? Super low risk as well. You would have had a risk to reward ratio of something like 7 to 1, which is just ridiculous risk to reward there, right? So as soon as that wave 2 forms, you wait for it to come down, wait for it to come down, wait for it to come down, let it break the critical 55 EMA, and that's where you short it, combined with the trend line support, which now acts as resistance. That's why you're able to put your stop loss slightly above it, right? But realistically, like the stop loss is great, but because the risk to reward is, it's not guaranteed, right? But when you are able to count Elliott waves well, and you can figure out where to enter these positions, there's such little risk with such high reward, right? So now we have now officially completed the 5 waves coming down here, and what we're doing next is some sort of ABC, but we have to figure out, is it going to stay, is Bitcoin going to correct further, or is it going to come down? So what we like to do now is take our Fibonacci tool, and what we see is it didn't really hit anything relevant, right? It didn't really hit anything relevant at all. I mean, it didn't hit the 382 level from the top here. It didn't hit the 236 level either, right? It's kind of right in the middle of it right now. And if we actually do an Elliott wave count, we count 5 waves as well. Actually, let's go to like a 30-minute chart, okay? We definitely count 5 waves up here. And I'll show you guys how this is broken down, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, like this. And usually what happens, I don't want that, minor, is that this will make wave A, right? And then we get some sort of B like that, and then we get a C. Okay, I'm just going to hyperbolically draw it to embellish. This way we get a clear understanding of how it can be. These are never too proportional. I find that sometimes C ends up falling very short of the same distance as there. So here, this usually makes some sort of, it might not be visible on like on a 30-minute chart, which is what I'm on. That will make some sort of ABC or ABCDE, and the C wave always makes 5 going up like that, okay? Just like that. So now we have to wait to see, is it actually going to level off? So we got to go to a very low time frame, right? Because we don't see the ABC in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is now the 5th wave right here, probably. It's probably going to maybe attempt to make a B wave, I'm guessing, just in there. And the C wave, who knows where the C is going to be, right? It could be even much lower as well. Much, much lower. We don't really know until we know. So this is more like a video to forewarn you guys for the people that are in this position right now. So it would like to do something like that, right? ABC. And then what we do is we try to target roughly between the wave 4 and the 1 territory to play, you know, if you guys are still in the position there. What I do is I like to take my profit at A, right up here, right? I take my profit there. I don't short this though, it's too unpredictable. And then I try to catch the B going to C up there. And then when it gets to C, I actually short the market. That's generally what I do. So I'll show you guys how as well we can figure out the timing. We just take our Fibonacci tool for the A, and then we just see where it's kind of relevant. And what we see is this green zone is fairly relevant, but guys, this is a forewarning video, right? Sometimes sometimes it might make like the choppiest one, so we don't really know how high it's going to go. Also, we like to use the wave 4 territory. If we notice here, the wave 4 territory is actually the 0.5 Fibonacci level, right around here, okay? That's a 0.5 Fibonacci level, and let's just say we assume the basic 1-to-1 extension. If we assume the 1-to-1 basic extension, and it got to roughly right where it is now, like the 0.5 level, right where the wave 4 and 1 territory is, we can assume that the highest it could probably go from a 1-to-1 extension to the lower point of 1 is about 890-ish, we'll say. Like maybe 890, 900 or something at most, a very psychological number. So if you guys are in this position right now, you got to consider all of these things, okay? How much higher can it go? Because this is only making this right here. I believe that we're going to get an ABC still. Like this is only making like that. And the C characteristics are very odd. C can come in many different shapes and forms. Let me explain. C can come in a truncated C, like that, where it doesn't really fall too short, or sorry, it falls short of A. It can make a double bottom. We can make a normal zigzag where it's proportional to 1-to-1, like that. So that's a 1-to-1 extension, and it can make a very extended one as well. That can happen once in a while as well. So what I'm trying to get to is that these bounces, right, from A to B is not really the best one to play always. It's for the risk takers, right? It's definitely for the risk takers out there. What a lot of people end up doing is, they'll enter somewhere where they confirm the bottom. We talked about the tweezer bottom already. They'll target it, so roughly wave 4 zone, but that is up to you guys. You have to be very diligent, okay? Stop loss is somewhere down here. So you're playing with a very small gain here of about 7%, but good risk to reward though. 2.27 is very good risk to reward. Now, this whole video is actually about making sure that you guys understand that B is coming close, okay? I don't know where it is, guys. I have no idea where it is. You guys have to make up your own mind on when to take profit. We have to acknowledge that there will be some sort of C position as well, because C likes to test. Zooming out on the different time frame. Excuse me, I still have a little bit of a sore throat here. So zooming out on a little bit of a different time frame. Oh, that's ugly. I don't like that. That's okay, right? That's all right, right there. We take our Fibonacci tool of the whole thing, and we see that, hey, this is actually retraced about this amount right there already, the 236, or sorry, 382 level, right? Most likely, this could, I think that this might, it might, guys, don't quote me on it, because we haven't even reached a Fibonacci level of anything reasonable for B. Like, once again, we only reached about between 236 and 382. There could still be a little bit of a ways to go up, because I do expect the ABC in here still, right? This makes a three-wave structure like that. So there might be a little bit of a ways to go up, but if Bitcoin ends up correcting heavily, that's definitely just throw it off the table. You guys got to know how to take profits, and that's very important. Just because I'm saying it might get somewhere doesn't mean that it'll get there. You have to make sure you hold yourself accountable and know when to take profit. We ask ourselves, is this really possible for it to just go up like that? Not really, because it's got to obey the Elliott wave rules, guys, and that's usually what happens, okay? So I do expect some sort of B. Who knows? It could be here. It could be right where it is right now. It could go a little bit higher. But the main thing is the C still needs to happen over here. And the C could be truncated. It could be double bottom. It could make a 1-to-1. It could even fall down very, very low, depending on how Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin becomes very bullish and the correction is very short, of course we'll get something very low like that, right? We'll get like maybe a C here, or even up there, or even like somewhere there. I'll keep you guys updated throughout the days, because I'm very interested in playing this C position to go long. I don't know exactly where it's going to be, but most likely I'm guessing right around 750 to 800 range, and I'll be starting to ladder my buys, unless we of course get catastrophic failure and this becomes an impulse wave failure. So this is more so a forewarning video, just to give you guys insight on how the B position is played. And then hopefully we're hoping that, if this does retrace to, say, worst case scenario, the 770 range, and it does start to level off, then that would be amazing, because then we would be able to get some really, really nice highs going up like that. What we want to catch, guys, is the third wave. Trust me. We're almost there in the third wave. For Bitcoin just finished its first, and now it's doing its second about. And don't mind the time frame. This is just to give you guys an idea of how the shape could look, right? We want to catch the third wave, because the third wave is often the longest and never the shortest, okay? It's never the shortest wave. So let's say this ended up staying bullish and Bitcoin does not have that 5-6K scenario again, it's off the table, and we do end up uptrending. If even Ethereum retraces $770, we got a really clear shot, guys, of hitting at least $1,200 again. Like, very clear shot. And then this one here, at least hitting 1450. So Ethereum is looking very good right now overall. This one will most likely end up testing a double top, I'm guessing. A double top. This is very far down the road, but just to give you guys some insight on what's going on. So once again, the purpose of this video is to warn you guys about that B position, which could come to a very near. Keep in mind, that we always have to focus on laddering our profits as well, right? Sometimes we want to take profit very slowly as it goes up, as we think it's getting closer to the top. Taking profit in one position is good, but laddering your profits is better because it minimizes your risk and it lowers your exposure in the marketplace. So I'm just going to be waiting, guys. Like this, I don't think it's the bottom yet, to be quite honest. Like the bottom for everything going up. I think there's still a little bit ways to go. If you look on the daily, right, it's, it ticked up a little bit for the histogram. Now it looks like it wants to come back down a little bit. So we still have some, my throat's really dry. Sorry if you guys hear that. So, and usually it likes to make, look at this, okay? On the very bottom, it made a double bounce, 1, 2. Here we only had pretty much one bounce so far. So I'm hoping for something like this where it makes another bounce down there and then it bullishly diverges. Okay, that makes sense? So it makes one more bounce somewhere, but it doesn't make, it makes a higher high actually. And then it bullishly diverges like that. So just stay tuned, guys. I'll keep you guys up to date with Ethereum. It's always been one of my favorite coins, and I will be 100% sure to keep you guys very updated sometime soon. So good luck with your position. And I just want to point out one thing, right? On the 4-hour chart, keep in mind that this is like a shooting star right now already, okay? Or bearish spinning top. So just based on the candles right now, it's looking a little bit scary in terms of nearing the top right now, just to give you guys kind of a little bit of a warning. So thanks for watching the video, guys. I'm a little bit tired. I think it's my last video tonight, but a lot of people are in this trade on my Twitter, and I just wanted to make a video for you guys. So yeah, I'd appreciate an upvote on Steemit, and make sure you also like, subscribe, and share the material on YouTube and on Twitter as well. Sorry for talking very fast. I didn't want to take up a lot of your time tonight. Bye now.